the shotgun to give to Jones.
Aaron Jones.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
21. Packers.
2nd down. Love. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. Love now to pass on 1st down. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Bears' 38-yard line.
Going back to Love. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Jordan. Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Love from the gun. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
And a Packer 1st down.
To throw now. Here's Love. Setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Touchdown, Packers. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
yeah,
you know, it
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And Robinson with a big catch. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Lining up for the extra.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
For Chicago.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll throw right away. Open man is Higgins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run again here with Dunbar. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and 2, Bryant being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th.
Bryant's pass.
6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Final score.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Chicago, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next.
day. From Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line, and the Detroit Lions. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
I know we were assigned this game, but let's face it, this is the one we wanted, isn't it? A chance to watch an MVP candidate perform down the stretches 4 weeks ago. How are you feeling about his chances?
Well, I think he certainly has a shot. It's going to determine what he does and what the others around him do for these last 4 weeks. But more MVP chatter, it seems like, every year as you hit the month of December. This year's going to be no exception.
Yeah, I know he's not ranked #1 right now, but if he plays up to his capabilities, I think he's going to win the thing.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Back to throw. Bryant steps away to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback,
it'll be intercepted. Picked by Joe Fukuda. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran, former #1 pick back in 2009.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This is taken at the 23. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What intercept?
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears.
Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Now this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Back Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try to get this offense moving.
So what do you do? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. The pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. This is fielded at the 27. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Lions nothing.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Looking to throw. Bryant. This will be caught at about the 6.
Bryant's pass.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
It's tackled by Jelani Tavai.
Back to throw. Bryant. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Chicago.
It's the fullback. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets this complete to Cephas. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And this doesn't quite work out as well as planned. They'll forfeit a few yards as he's tackled just past the 15. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bryant. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now he'll let it go on the run. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bears will extend their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
It's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick 6 for the Bears touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
To kick off for Chicago.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Stafford throwing middle, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he fields it cleanly. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes. I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes, that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And this offense continues to pour it on. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown. Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe. That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room. Going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Matthew Stafford sacked.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started up.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
They'll It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going. They just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 49.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. They'll run on 1st down. Dunbar. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
The kick is good.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And this is unfortunately for him a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the rush. He's been hit, harassed, uncomfortable. It's been a really, really tough day for him.
Been sacked 6 times. See all that pressure coming from all angles. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford going to lead with Swift on the draw. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a
2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. Open man is Galladay. Complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
28-yard line.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bears now ready to take over again. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone. All athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They go play action here on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's corralled. But not before getting it inside the 35. On first down, Dunbar. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dunbar. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Dunbar. Oh, what a juke into space. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
The kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, Stafford. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
A gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 14.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Into double coverage and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kyle Fuller, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A big play there for the Bears on third. 44 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
3-yard pickup. Brings up
that one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
touchdown.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. Full momentum going, full confidence going, but it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
First and 10. At their own.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing,